Hi, today I'm gonna talk about the basics of programming. Actually, I'm gonna show some options that for those that are starting now with programming or have an interest in programming, we can play around with some code to show the date. So there are some different ways that we can go about it. I'm gonna show 3 different ways to do that. I'm gonna start with Chrome, Google Chrome. There's a way that we can show the date using JavaScript. It's directly on the URL. So all you have to do is type JavaScript alert date, and then you hit enter, and the date is gonna show in a message. So date and time. So it's the simplest way to program using basic tools, just the Google Chrome, and we don't need to install anything, and we can see the results right away. So this is one way. There is another way that you guys can use to play around a bit with the date, showing with this goal of showing dates using programming. You guys can create a file in a folder called, it can be any name actually. I'm gonna call it date, and the most important is the extension, so I'm gonna name it VBS. So this file, you can, after creating, you can just right click and edit, and inside the file there is a simple line that you need to put to show the date and time. So message box date with the parentheses, and then you can save it and close, and then when you execute it, you're gonna see the date. If you want to show the time, you can do the same process, but instead of date you can write now, so message box now, and then you save it, and you're gonna see the date and time. So this is very basic example that gives an idea of what we can do with programming languages. This language is called VBScript, and you don't need to have anything installed to run it. You can simply create a file with the extension VBS, and whatever you put inside this file, it's gonna execute all the instructions and give an outcome, the outcome that you want to program. There is another example to show the time using programming language. It's using the MS-DOS. So you can type, to open it, you can go to start, run, and then you can type CMD. And then this command prompt is gonna come up, and then you can type date /t. It's gonna show you the date, or date /t and time /t. So you're gonna have the date and time. So these are the ways, 3 different ways to play around with programming, and it's just a starting point. There are much more things that you guys can do with programming. There are several different languages as well, and each one is more appropriate to one thing or the other. But I hope this can keep you guys interested in learning more about programming. I know it's very specific examples, but it's just to show how simple you guys can start with. I hope you like it. If you have questions or comments, please comment below, and talk to you next time.